Melania.
What's that? What's that? What's that? What's up?
Melania.
What's going on, my beautiful people? This is your boy, V Sanchez, down from the south. And I know it's probably a couple of people like, what is going on? And to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. I don't know. But I've been sitting here, we've been stuck in this quarantine for over half a year. It seems like maybe a decade, really. But I was like, you should try something different. And I was like, what should you try? And he was like, let's do a podcast. So me was like, okay, let's try a podcast. So I welcome you to the very first podcast of Millennials. So a lot of y'all are probably trying to figure out what exactly is a millennial, because the way you got that spelled is definitely not the correct way you spell millennials. And you might be right, but you're wrong at the same time. I have combined two words, because like Dr. Seuss said, if you make your own words, you can never be wrong. And I kind of paraphrased that, but listen, if you ever been on YouTube and watched Got to Be Real, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it makes you a real one. But yeah, it's actually two words combined, and of course, if you can tell, the very first word is melanin. What exactly is melanin, you ask? Well, melanin, a dark brown to black pigment occurring in the hair, skin, and iris of the eye in people and animals. It is responsible for tanning of skin exposing to sunlight. So to make that plain to you, melanin is pretty much people of color. Ting, that's me. Yeah, and so then you get your second part, which is a millennial. A millennial. So a millennial is a person born in between 1980 to 1996. So if you were born, if your birth year is anywhere in between that, then congratulations, you're a millennial, aka Generation X. Yeah, and I just felt like, of course, we pretty much, it's a lot of us out there, but I felt like it was time for me to try something a little different and express myself, because I feel like it's a lot of people like me out there that needs to hear from a person like them. So here we are. So I'm gonna start this off a little different. Like I say, please just enjoy as much as you can. I know it's probably going to be jumping from all over the place because I've never done this before. So, hey, here we are. Alright, but starting on a serious note, how are you doing? How is your day? How are you feeling at this moment? I feel like people say that, but I feel like we don't hear it enough. I feel like people don't access that enough. So we're gonna chill for a minute, and I'm gonna tell you about me and my day. Today is actually November the 16th of 2020, and yeah, we have, in the last couple of weeks, we have been through a lot. We just went through this whole voting situation, and Trump is still whining because he feel like he should be president, and he ain't gonna be president next year. But yeah, so that was the most draining week ever with the voting. Stressed all the way out. But as of today, I actually caught myself being a little stuck. Emotionally, physically, and mentally. I can't even explain it. I feel like there's things I need to be doing, That's why I made myself get up and do this podcast. Um, I have so much that I want to do. And to be honest, I sat there and I'm like, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that. And I'm not understanding why I'm not doing it. But honestly, the only reason I'm not doing it is because of myself. So then I'm like, okay, so, all right, you physically stuck. But why are you physically stuck? Well, it's a mental thing. So it's like, well, mentally, why are you stuck? Listen, I am 31 years old. And I feel like, as a 31-year-old black male, single, I have extremely a lot of baggage on me that's not even my baggage. And I feel like I'm trying to help everybody else out. But at times I feel like, ain't nobody helping me out. And I'm not understanding. And it's like, one side of me feel like, well, ain't nobody helping me out. But then the other side of me is like, well, you need to be doing it on your own anyway. But it's like, I'm literally battling myself, which keeps me, you guessed it, stuck. So, I guess the biggest question now is, where do I go from here? Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, I was an 89 baby. I'm 31 years old. I know usually around 30s, everybody's starting to like find their way. I won't say they're finding their way because I don't know what everybody else doing, but what people, the perfect in people's mind, what they tell you by 30s, you should be finding your way. By that time, most people are supposedly married and happy and having children or got children, got a really good job, got a nice house, nice car. Yeah, I don't have none of that at 31. Been single for a very long time. I hadn't even been dating, and I don't even want to talk about the other situation because I ain't had that in a minute. And I love kids to death. I have two beautiful godchildren, but I don't have any kids of my own. Do I want children of my own? Of course. But I am very picky, which puts me in a state of not being with nobody because I can't even figure out what I want. I don't even know who I am most of the time. Listening, I'm trying to figure out what somebody else is or who I want to be with. So it's like, okay, so I don't have kids. I do have my own place. I have a pretty nice townhouse, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. I pay most of my ain't the most. I pay all my bills by myself. But with a couple of situations going on, I have family members staying with me, and it's kind of hard being in a house, being a grown person in the house with your parents. So especially when you're paying the bills, it's a whole nother situation, Chad. It's a whole nother situation. But I'm trying to pull through it. I'm making through it. It's not hard. It's not horrible, but it's not the best situation. I would rather be in my own space by myself. But when you love people, you have to be there for them regardless. Period. But yeah, and then when it comes to the car situation, okay, so now we in this situation. Like I say, it's November the 16th. As of today is a Monday. As of Saturday, my car that I paid cash for, pretty cute little older BMW, has decided that the alternator decided, we gonna go out. I know it's the holidays. I know you probably getting ready for Christmas. I know you getting ready for Thanksgiving, but me, myself, and I, we about to cut out. We about to head out. So now I don't have a car. And my dependable mechanic is now having surgery. So I don't even know when he's going to be back on his feet. So now here we go to the land of it's a possibility I might not have a car for the holidays, and ain't nobody got time for that. I don't want to be riding with people. I want to be in my own car. Everybody know the best thing about going to somebody else's house to visit for the holidays is that the fact that you can leave when you want to leave, especially when it comes to your family. And I ain't gonna be able to do that. I gotta be able to do that, y'all. But yeah, so that's where we at with that situation. And when it comes to the music thing, for those who don't know, I am a singer, songwriter. Um, I do a jingle too if you need it. But yeah, I'm like right now musically, like I'm so burnt out, and it's not even I'm burnt out because I want to write, but it's like tripping me out because I know I'm a musician, an actual musician. Like I'm very into it, very detailed, but I can't find what I need. I can't find the right music. I can't find the right producers, the right engineer. I just feel like I'm in a bubble of I don't know. Like listen, like it's kind of hard to explain, but like a lot of my, especially my R&B people, they kind of can understand, especially if you want to record a certain type of way. It's hard to find what you're looking for because I mean everybody these days, everybody want to be a singer or a rapper. Most of them want to be a rapper. You have a lot of producers out here that's now pretty much learning more about just rapping, and even though rapping takes a lot of work, it doesn't take as much as being an actual singer, and it doesn't take as much detail. So you have where you can just throw on some auto tune and make it work. I don't want auto tune on my voice. I know I can sing. I don't need you to give me a little tech. I mean, like a little help can help every now and then, but like majority of the time, I don't need that. Second of all, when it comes to stacking, I need you to stack me, but I don't want you to stack me like it's like 1,000 people in here unless I need that for an effect. I don't need that as an actual thing to do. Like it's like three of me singing, and I don't like it. So it's like, ugh. And I don't live in a big city. I don't live in like Atlanta or in LA or New York or nothing. I live in a very country old little place in South Carolina. We have a couple of famous people out here. Most of them are actors and sports people. Not, it might be a couple of musicians out here, but not as much as like, not really in depth. And that's what I plan on being. But it's yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. And it's like, people tell you, well, you gotta fight and you gotta research and you gotta listen. I'm doing it. Ain't nobody, I mean, I'm doing it. I don't need you to tell me that. When I ask for help, it's like, I don't get none. And then it's like, it's almost like following the yellow brick road. Like you keep running into people, and they're like, well, I'm trying to find the same thing, and it's like, well, then we can work together. But then when we're trying to work together, then you just kick me to the curb because you ain't. Child, it's a battle, and I'm not gonna quit from it, but it's a battle. So it's like, and then on top of that, ain't nothing wrong with the starving artist. I give it to the people, but I can't be starving. I have only child syndrome, so like I know people be like, oh, sometimes you gotta sacrifice, and I don't mind sacrificing, but I gotta have somewhere to stay and I gotta have somewhere to eat. I'm a little thick, so I gotta eat something. So yeah, oh, I just unfolded all up on y'all. I apologize telling y'all all my business, and I'm a Pisces, so I don't usually do that. So y'all take this in very inconsiderate. Not in consideration, because it's a lot. But yeah, so it's like now I'm just in the mood of trying to figure out what's the next step? Where do we go from here? We've done this podcast, but what comes next? Well, I guess we'll just go on this journey. Oh, my bad. We'll go on this journey, and I'm just gonna go on the flow. We'll talk about how I'm feeling, how you feeling. If you ever wanna hit me up, I mean, I got different platforms. V Sanchez on YouTube. You can see a couple of my covers. You can see a couple of old videos I tried to do when I attempted to be a YouTuber. And not gonna say this might be where I end, but right now that's just what's going on. And then it's possible you can also see V dot Sanchez on IG. That's where I'm at most of the time. You can see all my business on there. And also Facebook as well, V Sanchez. But if you ever want to hit me up, or you want to ask some questions, or you want me to talk about something, definitely hit me up in my DM and V dot Sanchez on IG, and we'll just go from there. I know this probably was nothing but you just telling y'all my business, and I ain't even tell y'all my business all the way. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this, and I hope that we can do go a lot further than this, and y'all can help me, and I can help y'all. As for now, stay cool, stay calm, stay elevated, keep it real. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Melanial.